What's up everyone, and welcome to my summer manga haul. And I say summer, but it's actually from June all the way till now in October. And also, I actually didn't buy that much manga this time around. Like I said in my last manga haul video, I like comics, I grew up with them, but yet all I own right now is Batman the Killing Joke that was gifted to me by my sister years ago. A Wolverine comic that was still done by a mangaka that I really like. And the last thing I currently own in my comic collection are actually comics passed down to me and my siblings from my father. But I'll go over that in another video in the future. And aside from all the comics I bought this time around, I've been painting a lot recently, so majority of my money these past few months have been going to painting supplies and paint as well. So manga got kind of the short end of the stick this time around. And sorry for rambling, just thought I'd go over that real quick. So now let's go over everything I bought from June to October. And the first two titles I'll be showing off from this haul are The Warning and Underwinter. And both these titles were purchased from my local comic shop. You see, in my endeavor of wanting to get more into comics and buying more comics, I decided to actually visit my local comic shop. And in there, they ended up having these $1 bins, or rather $1 comics. So I decided to search through those and see if anything caught my eye. And both of these caught my eye, especially since both had issues 1, so I could at least start it. But unfortunately, they didn't have every single issue, so I'm missing about like 3 more from The Warning or so, and then another 3 for Underwinter. So I'll probably just hunt those down in the future. Now, have I heard of these titles before? I have not, but you know, I like checking out new series and see if they're any good. And if you don't think they're any good, and if you know of these, I don't know, I just want to read it and decide for that myself. And whether or not if they're good or bad, you know, I could at least maybe make it into a video. And you know, like I said, I bought these from my local comic shop as well, so you know, it's a win-win either way. Alright, and as for my next purchase, it's actually from In Stock Trades. And in the initial order, I got Spawn Volumes 1, 3, and 4. But after ordering everything, I got an email saying Spawn 1 was out of stock, so I just got my money back for that, which was cool. But at least I ended up with Volumes 3 and Volume 4. In the trade paperbacks. As for why I bought the trade paperbacks over the book version or the deluxe or the compendiums, probably explain that in a video down the line where I could probably talk about Spawn more and how to buy Spawn books, because I did a lot of research in deciding on what I wanted to buy or at least add to my collection. And in the very end, I decided on the trade paperbacks. But as for the next thing I bought in this order, it is the Watchmen Deluxe Edition. And I mean, yeah, I saw the movie, but I've heard that the ending is different compared to the comics, so I definitely had to pick this up and read for myself and see what was different. And not only that, Watchmen is also written by Alan Moore, and I own The Killing Joke. He's done that as well. And if you've seen my manga collection, I do like to buy titles that are written by the same person. And this one also ended up being a really good price, so I couldn't pass it up as well. And as for will I buy any other Watchmen series, honestly, after looking up everything, I'm probably not. Because where they take the Watchmen honestly just doesn't sound all that interesting to me. And just leave a little hint, like if you know, you know. All I'm gonna say is Batmanhattan. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but I don't want to know. And the last thing I got in this order is actually neither a manga or a comic. It's actually a light novel, which is 86, book 6. Yep, every manga and comic fan's greatest fear. Words. But you know, for this one, it's because I saw the anime. I love the anime. The anime is based off of these books, and they stopped it at season 2. Hopefully there's a season 3. But you know, like I said, I did enjoy it, so I do kind of want to read ahead just because I do enjoy it and I need to know what happens next. So yeah, definitely something I can't wait to read in the near future. And moving on to my next order. This order is actually from Barnes & Noble. You see, my brother was buying books from Barnes & Noble and wanted to know if I wanted to add anything to it. And I said, you know what, since I bought Spawn Volumes 3 and 4, I'm missing 1 and 2. Went on there, checked it out. They have 1 and 2. So I just added these 2 onto his order. And you know what? I've never ordered anything online from Barnes & Noble. And I don't know if I will again. Because it just so happens that Volume 1 came really bent. Like, I think it would have been a little less annoyed if it was on Volume 2. But it's like, did it have to be Volume 1? But you know, whatever, I have it, it's fine. It's not like I'm gonna get it graded or sell it or anything. And also just want to quickly say that these 2 were a little more expensive than if I were to have bought them on In Stock Trades. But like I said, In Stock Trade doesn't have Spawn Volumes 1 and 2 in the trade paperbacks. They probably do have Volume 1 now, but at the time where I picked it up, like I said, they ran out. And now moving on to my 4th order, which is from Right Stuff Anime. And this one wasn't a big haul either. You see, my other brother was buying stuff on there, so he asked if I wanted to add anything to it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy volumes 5 through 8 of Wave Listen to Me to add to my already started collection of Wave Listen to Me. And if you've seen my other manga haul videos or the haul video where I bought these, the reason I bought this is because it's the same writer as Blade of the Immortal, and at this point in time I've finished Blade of the Immortal and I loved it, and I just have to know how this one is because it just looks completely different from Blade of the Immortal. So yeah, it's something else that I can't wait to start reading soon. And now moving on to my next order. Well, actually this one's not an order. You see, my friend was able to source these 3 Batman and Spawn comics for me for pretty cheap. So shout out to you if you're watching. And yes, I know these 3 are actually the same story, but they're 3 different variant art covers. And you know, I like art, I collect some art, and not only do I collect that, I also collect comics and manga, obviously, so to have these 3 is really cool in my collection. And as for who did the covers of each one were done by Todd McFarlane, Greg Capullo, and J. Scott Campbell. And now for this one, I can't read yet because I believe I still need to read 2 other ones for it to make sense. If they're combined, I don't know, but actually I might just end up buying the Batman Spawn Deluxe book in the future, so probably expect that one in a haul video, maybe soon, maybe not. But you know, speaking of Batman, this leads us to my next order, which was from In Stock Trades again. And if you couldn't guess, yes, most of this order is Batman related. So after doing tons of research online and trying to see what the reading order is for Batman, and so what to buy and what to read first and what next, I kind of stumbled upon these right here, which I believe is it. And if you think it's anything different, let me know in the comments down below. But to start it off, it seems pretty universal that I should start off with Batman Year 1. And then I believe after Batman Year 1, it is the Long Halloween. And after reading Long Halloween, I should read Dark Victory. And as for the last Batman comic, I got The Haunted Knight. And yes, I believe I'm supposed to read Catwoman When in Rome, but you know, they didn't have the absolute version of Dark Victory, which has those issues in it. So if anything, I believe I'm just going to buy Catwoman When in Rome, the deluxe edition. But at least for now, I could start reading Batman Year 1 and then Long Halloween. Unless you think I should start reading Haunted Knight before Long Halloween, because I've seen some people say that. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you can, let me know what to read, if there is something to read after these 4. Like what's next in the reading order, if there is one. But the last thing I got for this last In Stock Trades order was Spawn Volume 5. And also, I just want to quickly say, if you do want to buy from In Stock Trades, just know that your order will take a little bit longer to ship, especially Spawn ones, I noticed, because it seems like they have to like outsource them and they kind of just send them to you individually rather than all together in one order. But hey, at least you'll get them, and for a really good price. And unlike Barnes & Noble, they won't come to you all messed up. Okay, the Barnes & Noble thing was probably just a one-off thing, but just letting you know that happened to me. And it probably won't happen again, but you know. And now, moving on to the last Right Stuff anime order. And I say that because Right Stuff Anime has now merged with the Crunchyroll store. And you'd think I would go all out for this order, but actually I didn't go too crazy at all. Because all I got were 86 Book 3 to add to my already existing 86 light novel collection, and both of the Planetes omnibuses. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, I do like to buy titles from authors whose works I already own. So the biggest catalyst of me buying Planetes is because of Vinland Saga. And you know, I wasn't gonna read Vinland Saga until I made the Why I Love Vinland Saga Season 2 video, but I couldn't contain myself, and I somehow found myself binge reading it all the way up to book 11. So to stop myself from continuing on all the way to Omnibus 13, I will now be focusing on now Planetes and probably Blam or Spawn. And now for the last order of this video. And this one also isn't a big order, if anything it's less than the Right Stuff one. And this one is from Amazon, and it is the Hellboy Library Edition Volume 1. Now I don't know if this comic was a Prime Day deal, but this one actually ended up being $27.99, which is a great deal for these library editions, which are, I believe, are $49.99 regularly. And honestly, for Hellboy, same thing with Watchmen, the movies and comics. Obviously, people have a favorite of the two, so I kind of wanted to read Hellboy, because honestly, I enjoyed the movies, but I enjoyed the movies because I didn't read the comics, so you know what, I believe it's time to start reading it and see what the difference is. And when looking up what to buy, honestly these library editions look so good. But the price of the library editions is what kind of kept me from buying these a little bit. So seeing it for $27.99, I had to buy it. So it looks like I'll be now buying the library editions for some of these Hellboys. And also this library edition is probably the biggest in my collection so far. So as you can see, it's bigger than the deluxe version of Watchmen, which is bigger than the trade paperbacks of Batman and Spawn. But yeah, another great add to the collection, especially since I've heard Hellboy being described as America's Berserk. And if you know me, I obviously love Berserk, as if it wasn't obvious from just looking at my collection. And there you have it, that's everything I picked up from June to October. As for what I will buy next, I don't know, but I do know at this point in time, Crunchyroll, formerly Right Stuff, where I used to get my manga, is currently holding a 25% off the entire site. So I've been looking at quite a few things. As for what I'll get, I don't know, but you'll see in the next manga haul video. And for those of you who are interested in how my collection currently looks, here it is right now. So as you can see in the top right is the only place that the Planet Test mangas could go in there, along with the Vinland Saga volume that I'm currently on. The others are my brother's room because they're technically my brothers. All the 86, Opossums, and everything else is just about the same as last time, aside from more Wave, Listen to Me. Oh, and I finished Blade of the Immortal. That's why all the spines are there now. No longer the volume cover facing out, showing you which one I'm currently on. And I don't know if I had these in the last manga haul video, but I got these little shelves from Daiso where you can put a manga or book on top of. And I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. And as for the big boys, aside from the Berserk, everything else goes right here. So you can see the Hellboy all the way from Watchmen, the Batman, Spawns, Akira, Blam, and all the single issue comics are right here. And if anyone can tell me how I could properly store these types of comics or issues, please let me know in the comments down below, because I really don't know. And if you've made it this far into the video, I'll let you know right now that my next 2 manga related videos or haul videos will be a manga / comic reorganization video. But for that one, I'll be actually building a new completely different shelf that I'm deciding to put right here. I still have to figure that out, so expect that soon. And a quick nothing fancy or special manga haul from Crunchyroll. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you could leave a like and subscribe, especially subscribe, because right now I'm currently very close to 400 subscribers. So if you could do that, that would mean a lot. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.